All right, welcome back, guys, to the Intel Overwatch Apex Season 1 with Doa and Monte Cristo. And, man, this is going to be a great best of 5 between Luxury Watch Blue and Reunited. LW Blue looking really good, actually, against Kongdu Pantera. Had that great Bastion cheese on Point Beyond Volskaya Industries. A lot of exciting stuff to expect from them. Reunited had a couple players at BlizzCon. They're back now. Haven't had a lot of practice, but they're such a strong team. What do you think we can expect from this one?
That's the question, right? Basically, Luxury Watch Blue has been lurking in Korea, having all this time to practice. Yep. Now, many of the members of Reunited actually stayed in Korea over the Overwatch World Cup period. They were sitting here streaming, hanging out, trying to practice in solo queue. But in terms of the actual together play with Winghaven gone and Unfixed gone, that did make things a little bit difficult, let's say. Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that match on Volskaya, because that was crazy. They won 6-5 on Volskaya. 6-5.
I know. We do not see the assault maps go that far.
Yeah, it was crazy. And they won in overtime, too, with the Bastion on the conveyor belt. It was.
Well, if you go back there, too, I mean, we say Bastion cheese, but really it was just a very brilliant Bastion play. I mean, they swapped to it when Kongdu Pantera had no idea it was coming. They executed it really well with the distraction on the low ground with a nano boosted Reinhardt. He comes in on the Bastion delivery service, the sushi belt, as they call it, here in Korea, and it worked beautifully. So Luxury Watch Blue is an exciting team because of that. They've got these things that they're willing to try, and they execute well when they do try them. So if I was Reunited, I'd be a little bit worried going to this one, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're a very dangerous opponent for Reunited.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how exactly that goes. Interestingly, and we did see some Zenyatta on the last map, but Luna and Morty are both like Ana Zenyatta players. Like both of them have been mixing it up a little bit more, so it's kind of the battle of Zenyatas in a way.
Well, weirdly, tonight we've seen the teams that have a lot of Tracer, which is interesting, and we've seen teams that run probably the most Zenyatta of most of the teams in our tournament as well, too.
Not only that, but we've seen hardly any Mei play, especially in that first series. Now, Reunited is the team with Unfix that at least plays the most Mei.
He plays a bit of Mei,
Plays the most Mei out of any of the teams so far tonight. But that doesn't change the fact that Sebiolbe and Valutaya play Tracer more than anything else. So it's been a lot of Tracer tonight, very little Mei by, I would say, current meta standards. We wouldn't necessarily expect to see it that way, but it's been the styles of the teams that we have at hand.
Yeah, this is, both of our best of 5s tonight. It's been really kind of hard to predict who's going to win coming into it, because if you asked us maybe, a month ago who would win these matches, it'd be pretty obvious. But right now, it's tough to say. Things have really changed over the BlizzCon break.
It's funny, you guys can't see it, but it's basically like the Cruz cam here in the studio.
I've got a close-up on Cruz. He's a popular guy in Korea these days.
By the way, guys, if you didn't know, Cruz has become one of the most popular streamers in Korea. I don't know why.
We've heard.
Yeah, he speaks really bad Korean.
He tries to speak Korean, and it's entertaining to people. So now he's got a lot of Korean fans. Yeah, so there you go.
He's definitely like the most popular Western streamer that's currently in Korea. So he is now beloved by the Korean fans. He has an army of Cruz fans now. That's
right.
It's pretty fun.
The Cruz crew.
The Cruz crew.
The Cruz crew. I guess the Cruz fans, you could call them, I suppose.
Good stuff. So we'll see how he does tonight. After Reunited getting back together right now, the Reunited reunion.
Well, I'm really excited to see both Unfix and Winghaven play again. I mean, Winghaven just did great work for Team Spain at the Overwatch World Cup. Unfix did amazing things on that Mei for Team Russia. And so here we are. They're back in Korea. They're reunited with Reunited. I know it's kind of hard to avoid that, but they've got a tough opponent. Check it out. Luxury Watch Blue. There they are. Sebiolbe making a lot of good carry performances on his team. He's had some good Reaper games, I believe.
He plays mostly Tracer and Reaper.
That's right.
One of the weird things about both of these teams is that neither plays very much McCree.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sebiolbe plays a bit of McCree, but it's not quite as much as his other heroes.
No, comparatively, though, these aren't big McCree teams. It's not like we saw with Eska.
Yeah, well, definitely no Eskas on these two teams,
Yeah.
Although Valutaya is pretty good McCree.
Yes.
He can be.
Yes. It's just that hasn't been like the styles that we've seen from both of these teams so far in this tournament. And with the other interesting thing about Luxury Watch Blue is they have 2 Reaper players, and they almost always run a Reaper, either from No Name or Sebiolbe. So it's been a little back and forth. It's either Tracer Reaper or Reaper Mei, typically. But there are some holes strategically. If we talk about no McCree, if one of these teams has a pocket Pharah, it becomes very powerful.
Yes, it does.
So I hope that they've done some good research against each other. And there in the back is Luna. You guys may know him as the former support player for Samsung in League of Legends.
Yeah, he was one of the early great bards of Korea.
Yeah, back in 2015 was splitting time with Wraith on that team. So he has made the transition now into Overwatch full time, and
there he is, the Korean heartthrob Cruz. And of course, Winghaven back again from the Overwatch World Cup. And yeah, reunited. I mean, we talked to these guys, and they were like, "Yeah, I mean, we haven't practiced a whole lot together as a team, but obviously, you know, half our guys were in the Overwatch World Cup, and then everybody else was here in Korea streaming, so they've been playing. It's not like they've been slacking off, right?"
Right. Definitely not slacking off. And hopefully Oni God, who looked a little bit rusty or not rusty, unable to deal with the rest of his teammates. He had just gotten here. They were struggling to integrate him into the team in their first match versus Runaway. But you know what? He did a lot better in their second match, which was the big win over Kongdu Panthera.
He did, and people criticize his Graviton surges a lot. And
they deserve criticism in that first
match. For good
match.
reason. But I was about to say, I agree. In the first match, they were bad, but they did get a lot better in the second match, and I think he does deserve some credit for the improvement there. Hopefully we'll see that improvement continue, as we see that Lijiang Tower will be, once again, our first map of the match. And from then on, loser picks, see where we go from there.
Absolutely. So Lijiang, should be interesting to see what teams are going to bring out on this. I hope we see a little bit more Mei than we did in our last match.
You know, one thing we haven't mentioned, too, is Reunited 1-1 in the group. This is really a must-win for them.
Yeah, it is. There is a scenario where they could get into a tie-break scenario at 1-2, but punching their ticket out of this group would sure be nice with a 2-1.
Definitely would be. Luxury Watch Blue with just the one win so far. They've only played that single match against Kongdu Panthera. A chance to make it a 2-0 here.
Gambler playing with his knees up is hilarious.
I know. It's insane to see that. I don't know how that works, but we'll see if it does work as we go into Lijiang Tower. LW Blue versus Reunited. Let's get in the game.
Get it?
That music reminds me of like a car racing demo game on an old Windows computer or something like that, you know?
Good
I feel like I've been there before. It looks like we're going to the night market first, although they don't seem to be selling anything. I don't know what it's really a market for. One control point for taking.
They have noodle shops and squid on sticks, Noah.
I suppose, but those aren't really at the market. By the time you get to the market, it's just a big empty room. Well, see who gets control of the big empty room. There's a nice view off the edge of the tower that way. We move into it, everybody fighting out in the open area. And there's Valentaya, gets a headshot at Sabiobi. Good start for Reunited right off the bat. Crucial kill as they move towards this point. Still 10 seconds though until it opens up, so Sabiobi will be back. That was a tongue twister, but I pulled it off.
Yeah, interesting. Valentine's played such a small amount of McCree in this tournament, but I like the adaptation. He knows that Tracer has been a huge pick here for Luxury Watch Blue, and so having a tool to shut the Tracer down if she comes in on the flank with the flashbang, I think that caught Luxury Watch Blue a little bit off guard.
Yeah, I think so. Winghaven does get taken out, though. Sabiobi manages to recall away. Oh, there's a kill onto Oni God, and Reunited in a bit of trouble here. Kills coming on both sides. Unfixed kind of saving it for his team there. Reunited will hold the point.
Unfixed, still charging up that ultimate too, so it's going to be a nice suite of ultimates available. Morty did have to use the nano boost early, so Luna gonna have an edge up on him in that regard. So see if they can get a big bang. Mako closing in on 100%.
Mako on that Zarya. Of course, Luxury Watch Blue having a hard time coming in. There's the Graviton Surge. Valentaya in the Deadeye. Can he get anything? No, not quite. That was a big bang for Sabiobi. Luxury Watch Blue totally destroying Reunited in that fight. Sabiobi get 4 or 5 there? Man, that worked, didn't it?
Well, That's what happens when you group up. Reunited not doing a very good job of keeping track of enemy ultimates right there. You need to know when that Graviton and that Pulse Bomb are going to be up and adjust your positioning accordingly. And they got absolutely abused on the stairs there by LW Blue.
Speaking of ultimates, we've got a Nano Boost and Reaper coming in, and he's got the Death Blossom too. That's 4 for No Name. Might pick up another couple here. Doesn't really need to. And yeah, just about to say, Luxury Watch Blue had another combo to use for the next push from Reunited. It worked out. Reunited with a bit of an ult advantage now. Yolby still has that Pulse Bomb, but they might have a bit of a tricky time holding the point.
Yeah, it looks like they will. There's not really any defensive ults. They need to keep spread out away from Onigod's ultimate, but that's not going to happen. He's going to get 3, but he goes down immediately, so there's no follow-up. Oh, man.
You know, and I got to say, that was another Graviton Surge from Onigod that was a little bit suspect. Went in early. There was really no follow-up. And Sibiolbi just cleaning up the rest of Reunited here.
That is a huge hold from LW Blue. They didn't have any tools to deal with that at all. But the rest of Reunited simply not there. And now we're looking at Volatai getting that Pulse Bomb up, but there's no combo to be had. Onigod, like, he's just not on the same page as his team, at least for his first ult of the series.
Yeah, and again, he is a new addition. They are still kind of learning, and they haven't had a ton of practice. Unfix coming in with the Nano Boost, goes ahead and drops the Death Blossom, drops Gambler, gets hit with the Sleep Dart though. Meanwhile, Winghaven uses the Earth Shatter, tries to get something going again, but there's the Graviton Surge, and Sibiolbi just tearing through. Reunited yet again. There's just no stopping this guy on Tracer. Even takes Volatai in the duel.
Yeah, that's, again though, it was sort of a staggered progression of ultimates right there. A little bit desperate. You could see LW Blue doing a lot better job of positioning. They knew what was available. They avoided the AoE by spreading out. And then Winghaven's ultimate, not the most effective. That's a sort of awkward ultimate, but he's going to get a couple for it.
It's very awkward, but it does work out. The sound barrier doesn't really gain them a whole lot, but No Name on that Reaper should be just fine. Yep, there goes Winghaven, going to take out Onigod as well, and Reunited in very serious danger of losing this point. It looks like they will. That's it. Luxury Watch Blue fighting back and taking a very convincing point A.
Yeah, 100-0. What do you say? Just better across the board. Better ultimate usage, better positioning. And wow, that's not a good sign to start off with here for Reunited, to make huge errors that were capitalized on easily by LW Blue.
Yeah, much better coordination for Luxury Watch Blue in that opening round. And, you know, again, it's tough for teams like this that had some members at the Overwatch World Cup. You know, they didn't get the practice that some of these other teams had, but you got to have a little bit more coordination than kind of throwing that Graviton Surge out early like that. Moving on to Control Center. And you see things like that, and you wonder what's going on in the shot calling with Reunited. You know, was that something that, you know, Onigod was told to throw it in there and the follow-up just didn't happen? You know, did he just do it himself? I'd be curious to see what's going on. Is the action already starting here? Sibiolbi did so well in Night Market.
That's a huge biotic grenade that was just thrown right there. It's going to push Reunited pretty far back.
Going to try to recreate his earlier success here on point B. Volatai now. There's his own Pulse Bomb, throws it in, takes out Sibiolbi. Actually, Cruz get the kill there. And Volatai now really making things work. Unfix fighting back with the Reaper. And Reunited will be able to claim the point first.
Yeah, get a nice flank there, but nobody was even dealing with Volatai at all for most of that fight. He got a lot of free shots behind the Janus's Reinhardt shield. Yeah, we'll be coming back. Pulse Bomb of their own available.
Whoa, Mako actually gets pinned, but he has a Nano Boost on him. Stays alive for the moment anywhere, but doesn't really get anything out of it. Meanwhile, Unfixed Nano Boost much better on that Reaper, looking for some kills, but he gets a little bit low. Has to back away. Doesn't matter though. Volatai, Onigod helping Unfixed keep that point.
Yeah, much better that time around. May have been a mistake onto the Zarya right there to initiate on a low energy Zarya.
I think that probably was not the intended target.
Unfixed definitely gets the better end of that deal with a Nano Boost of his own. Charges up to the Death Blossom, doesn't have to use it. He's just waiting patiently by the doorway to see what he can find here if they overcommit.
Reunited with a great ult advantage here. They're going to use the Graviton Surge. Unfixed, going to wait for it there. They drop the Pulse Bomb, softened everybody up for that Reaper to just take them apart. Winghaven grabs a couple kills for himself though. Volatai, I think Reunited got mad last time, man. This is looking a little bit different on this round, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely a lot better. Valataya decides instead of playing the McCree, he's just going to take the duel there and actually save Yolbi. He's going to be the one to swap it up right now to see if he can stop Valataya with the flashbang.
It's a good point to run a McCree on. Control Center has a lot of room to maneuver rather. Unfix uses that Death Blossom, doesn't pick anybody up with it. Then he gets pinned. Had the sound barrier, stayed alive for the moment, barely got the Wraith form off in time. No Name meanwhile has his own ultimate ready to go. And Reunited being pushed back here. Where did all the outs go? There we go. Valataya taking out No Name, uses the Death Blossom. Zibyolbi getting a couple on that McCree as well. And it looks like it's going to be a fight going the way of Luxury Watch Blue. They're going to take the point.
Yeah, but at 97%, Doa, and they committed so much. Nano Boost is still there for Reunited, and that means that probably going to be a successful push here from LW Blue. They're not even close to any other ultimates.
Yeah.
Sabiolbe going to have to buy a lot of time with the zoning from this Deadeye. Where is he?
Being sneaky with that
there
false bomb, man. Whoa, all right, that's awkward.
I didn't even get a kill. Meanwhile, ult's still there.
Yeah. All right, Nano Boost to use. Let's see what goes on to Janus. Taking everybody out. That was a great Earth Shatter for Luxury Watch Blue. Reunited in big trouble. That's nearly going to be a team kill. Hello, goodbye.
Wow, I'm so surprised they managed to hit that. Morty couldn't get anything done with the Nano Boost, and the Earth Shatter actually just huge.
Well, the Earth Shatter just ended that push from Reunited, and
it's
they're starting to get in danger of losing this one. They've still got some ults, though.
You're seeing them clumping up when the CC who's available for LW Blue on pushes that you'd think would be able to be successful.
Yeah. Taya looking for it. Okay, there's the Nano Boost now. On to Janus. And this is it. Reunited needs to make this work. They've got the sound barrier. Moving in now, sound barrier used by Luxury Watch Blue as well. Valataya to the back line. Saw No Name has to back off and pick up that health pack. And here comes No Name. He's got that defensive Death Blossom he can use. And Reunited, again, has to back away. And now all they have is a Pulse Bomb.
And they swapped Unfixed over to Genji. He's still trying to build up to the Dragon Blade, but they are running out of time so quickly, Doa.
They've nearly got the Big Bang. There's a Graviton Surge used. Reunited trying to make it work. They don't get anything out of it, though. Valataya can't pick up the kills he's looking for. No Name, though. He finds him for Luxury Watch Blue. Valataya on the side trying to harass. Gets onto the point now. There's another Graviton Surge being used as well. But overtime already for Luxury Watch Blue. It's 99 to 97% right now. No Name gets taken out. Can they get the point back? They will. Now they're going to have 99%. Can they actually take this one? They do. Yep. Luxury Watch Blue can't get back to the point in time, and about as close as it gets. But it's going to be 1-1 now in Lijiang Tower.
Very close win for Reunited, and honestly not that comforting of one because they messed up the push that they had the big ult advantage on, got caught in the Earth Shatter, so a little bit rocky for sure, and even though we did see the big initial advantage, it wasn't the cleanest closure. Luxury Watch Blue getting uncomfortably close to a comeback.
Yeah, and that will take us to Garden for our third point here on Lijiang Tower. And it's a winner-take-all point. I mean, this is best of 3 on this control map. Whoever wins this one wins the map. And with the way the last couple went, I think it could really go either way.
No Name actually playing McCree. Oh, no, he switched over to the Reaper. Okay, that's
say,
much more normal for him. I was about to be surprised.
Yep, all right. Here we go, Valataya. Playing a little bit safer here. Zibyolbi wants to get aggressive, though. Valataya needs to be careful here. Under about half health. There's a lot of good shots in onto that Reaper, though. Gets a little bit too close, so has to back away, and he's in trouble. How did he live? Nice biotic grenade coming in to save him at the last moment here. Goodbye. Yep, that's Valataya actually gets a kill with the last hit there onto Janus. Gets on the point now. Pulse Bomb used. Doesn't get anybody. That was maybe a little bit early for Valataya. They really want to get this point first off, though. This is one of those points where if you can get it, you can control the spawns pretty well.
No Name's still alive. Valataya doing what he can from the outside. Zoned out of the point right now. And there's a death blood, or rather a Nano Boost going down.
The sound barrier gets Cruz. Or Cruz rather, No Name picks up another one. There goes Morty. No Name finds the last hit onto Winghaven as well. And it looks like Luxury Watch Blue will be the ones to claim this point first. I don't think Unfixed is going to live very long. Yeah, there we go. Oni God goes down as well. And that's going to be a tricky situation for Reunited. They've got a couple ults to work with, but not too much more than Luxury Watch Blue at this point.
Interesting that they committed the nano boost so early. They couldn't get the necessary kills, so now they're going to see themselves in an ult deficit. Luna taking a while to charge that nano boost up, but he'll have it post-haste, and there we go.
Yeah, getting in behind Sabiolbi there. Gets the pulse bomb in, softens up Reunited. And that should be a pretty solid hold. Yeah, there goes Onigan, and Sabiolbi just back over the health pack, and he's just fine.
Yeah, but everybody else on the point.
Reunited snuck in there and took it.
Yep, they stuck in on the backside. It was 3 people going over the bridge, 3 people around the backside. So they do actually pick up the point right there, but it's going to flip over fairly quickly because Luxury Watch Blue did roll up that fight, and the Tracer Wars are on, Noah.
Yeah, and they are a draw as Sabiolbi can't quite find the kill on Volatile.
Oh, they nano boosted Lucio.
That happens sometimes. Sabiolbi has the sound barrier, finally finds Cruz, and that'll be a retake again for Luxury Watch Blue. Winghaven charging his way out, still kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Sabiolbi really going insane on this Tracer now. Wait for it. Oh, wow, that's a very aggressive pulse bomb, but when it works, it works. Volatile resets, and Luxury Watch Blue closer and closer to 50% now.
Yeah, Winghaven doesn't die, so he's able to fall back to the shuttle, make sure that he just joins up with his allies who did throw themselves over the edge a little bit earlier. So they're going to try for another attack here. That's actually a really nice Zarya boost.
Yeah, and now Unfixed coming in. Has a good angle here on this Reaper. Luna on his own with this Ana in the back lines.
I mean, that was a really impressive engage from Reunited. They actually jumped over the wall from the bridge with a grenade jump from the Zarya, but it's just not enough.
Well, they take the part of the point, but not all of it. Need to get that little circle thing all the way around, man. That's the official term, by the way, little circle thing.
Gotta get it 360.
It's the official guide, which I'm writing, I promise.
Cap point 360.
Cap point 360, there you go. We'll be getting close to another pulse bomb. And Luxury Watch getting very, very close now to taking Lijiang Tower. Unfixed has that Death Blossom, needs to use it. Janus pops a Primal Rage, trying to knock people off the bridge. I don't think he knocked anyone off, though. Not yet, at least. Unfixed has a Nano Boost. Oh, that's a big Death Blossom. Gets 2. Reunited has to jump on the point right now. They need to take it back, and they need to hold it.
That's going to be difficult to do, Noah, but Luxury Watch Blue did throw a lot. They're going to split spawn Janus and No Name.
I mean, Reunited's got the ult advantage at the moment, so could be worse. They're in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, the issue is that the sound barrier is going to be matched here pretty soon, and you're also going to have the nano boost edge over to Luxury Watch Blue, which probably means a bit more than the pulse bomb. So Luxury Watch, I think, been a better situation, and there we go.
Only got caught off on his own. He was a bit out of position here. No Name taking names as he tries to chase on Windhaven, gets booped back into the other part of the team. Sabiolbi getting some kills as well, and yeah, that looks like a good fight for Luxury Watch Blue. Nano Boost making all the difference. There goes Cruz, and there goes Reunited's chances, I think, at winning Lijiang Tower. They can't get back there in time, and that is it. First map goes to Luxury Watch Blue.
It certainly does. It was a 2-1 on the points, but I have to say that Luxury Watch Blue looked a lot better, at least for this control map. They won so many of the fights, and when they should have won fights, they did, whereas Luxury Watch, I think they dropped the ball on a couple, and again, mostly about positioning. Clumping up against CC, big problem for Reunited, so they need to make sure they clean up their comms and try and call those ult timings just a little bit better.
Well, I wonder what we're going to see in this match now, because I feel like we saw something pretty similar, honestly, from Luxury Watch Blue, or not Luxury, from Lunatic High in our first match of the night, where they looked very rough on the control map, came back, got it together again, and were able to take the series.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Down but not out. It is a best of 5. And so Reunited will have to try to brush that one off and come back with a bit stronger performance on our next map, which will be, wait for it, Eichenwald. Okay.
Yeah, Eichenwald coming up first for our, well, potentially first for our hybrid maps, depending on if we actually go the full 5 games.
Yeah. Well, we could. And Janus, I don't know how he plays like that.
Crazy.
It is a bit insane. All right, looks like we're ready to go onto the map. And so we will see if Reunited can tighten things up a little bit and tie up this series 1-1, or if Luxury Watch Blue will win another map and put themselves one away from 3-0ing Reunited. And remember, this is a must-win for Reunited. It is do or die here in this best of 5. Let's get on the map and see who takes it. All right, welcome to Eichenwald. It's a beautiful place. I mean, the buildings have looked better, but
have they? It's in a state of artful decay, Noah.
It is, yeah. Like I said, it's a beautiful place, but
I enjoy its
a little bit
artful
of renovation.
decay. No. Leave it the way it is. No people. Artful decay. Nice place to walk around.
Yeah.
Who cares about the people, Noah? That is
wow. Overwatch trail here. It's Luxury Watch Blue coming in.
Pro players getting bored during setup times.
We need to let these guys use different sprays. Come on.
I agree.
Come on, man. Let them use skins.
I miss
Let them use
Arhan's
sprays.
Arhan's not prepared spray already.
It's beautiful. I love that. I love that we got to see the spray personalities coming out at the Overwatch World Cup. Brought warm feelings to my heart.
Sabiolbi actually going for the Roadhog. That is hero he has yet to play in Apex. So
it's good
something
map to play
different.
it on. Defensively, we've got Maze on both sides. There's a hook. Winghaven just fine. He got the Zarya shield.
Good good wall there, rather, by Unfixed.
That as well, yeah. Another wall comes in from No Name. And Luxury Watch Blue setting up at the normal defensive point that we see. A lot of poking from both sides. Reunited skirting their way into the side of the point. The hook does not hit for Sabiolbi. That's a problem. If he would have been able to grab Cruz there, it'd be a different story. Either way, they are pushing Reunited back. Winghaven goes down, and that's going to be a win for Luxury Watch Blue.
A nice wall. No Name split him off and able to immediately take out the front line of Reunited. Now the reset going to be coming on through. This is a classic Beyblade comp that we've seen from Reunited. This has been one of their standard compositions in Apex to this point in time, so not too much of a surprise to see them stick with it.
Pretty standard comp across the world right now. Valentine on the Reaper, trying to find an option to build up that ultimate. Only 28% for him so far. There's the Earth Shatter coming down. Reunited getting in a little bit of trouble here as Luxury Watch Blue gets aggressive. No Name with a kill onto Unfixed. That's a team wipe. That is a clean team wipe for Luxury Watch Blue. It's getting brutal, isn't it?
It's getting brutal, though. As you said, clean team wipe. Not much else to add to that. Huge ult advantage now. Blizzards are going to be matched, but everything else from Luxury Watch Blue looking pretty good. Cruz actually gets nailed in the front of that fight by Sabiolbi.
And not a good start. I mean, if you lose to Lucio like that,
it's hard to get through the arch. You don't have speed boost to walk through the choke anymore. Means that the Mei wall is super strong.
Not to mention it's taking a long time now for Cruz to build that sound barrier. That is an ult that takes a bit longer to build anyway. All right, there's a split as Luxury Watch Blue tries to divide Reunited. Yeah, Reunited responding with a good wall of their own. And Valutaya trying to make something happen. No Name went down fairly early. Reunited has a nano boost. This might be the opportunity that Reunited's been looking for. There goes Sabiolbi. And it's a fight so far going in Reunited's favor. Luna kind of on his own with his fellow support in the point, and they're going to have to back away. And so, Reunited, a little bit of a hard time to begin with, but it looks like they'll get the payload moving.
That was very well executed from Reunited. They waited till Cruz came up, and he was spawned closer, and they took the advantage. And
whoa, No Name.
That is
super aggressive. Man, I don't know about that. They're going to try to hold, though. Valutaya gets in there. He's got the Death Blossom. He can just use it right now. Yeah, there you go. Gets two immediately. Reunited did lose Cruz, but they should be able to hold this. Valutaya just wrecking people on Reaper. And yeah, that's probably not a fight you wanted to take if you were Luxury Watch Blue. They were very confident there, weren't they?
That is super weird, though. I am really surprised that they decided to commit Mei ult like that. But that also is going to prompt No Name to go to the McCree, one of the best heroes for controlling high ground here between the first and second point. And we're going to see swaps coming through. Unfixed. That was actually really awkward. He switched to Tracer and then to Genji and now back to Mei. So,
well, you know, sometimes it's hard to decide. They all look so good.
Valutaya time to sneak.
Oh, right in the back. No Name has no life. Follow Taya.
He's like, can I get that last shot? There. But no, the breather was there, so it wasn't going to finish him off.
Yeah.
Getting cute. Poor people. Not going to land that hook.
That does not reach that far, it's a Bilby.
It's a pretty free push right now. They're not dropping down very quickly, and when they do, the nano boost is there.
Yeah, going to give him the nano boost. Not even going to need to use that Death Blossom. Onigod gets 3. And Reunited keeps the payload moving very quickly here. Sibiobi, I gotta say, has not been the greatest Roadhog we've ever seen.
No. A bit different than Taejun in our last match.
Yeah, or Evermore or something like that. But, all right, well, Reunited's just gonna go ahead and take point B. Oh boy, things are getting a little bit rough for Luxury Watch Blue.
Yeah, looked bad at the beginning for Reunited, but they've just kept this payload rolling. 3.5 minutes, a long time remaining to push in, and they've got the Blizzard up right now. They've got a huge ult advantage. I mean, No Name and Saviobi are so far from having ults.
Oh boy.
Valentaya just wrecking people now.
Reaper says chuka chuka chuka. Korean. That's die 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 in Korean. So it kind of sounds like he's a choo-choo train. Chuka, here comes the kill train.
Well, it certainly came through. Valentaya.
Yep.
And they're going to get a long push. And guess what's up? It's May ult. Should be a big edge for Reunited. They're going to fall back temporarily here.
Yeah, No Name, he's about halfway there, so he could theoretically build it up pretty quick if he lands some good right clicks, but they may not live that long. Earthshatter comes in. Didn't see who dropped that one there. Valentaya on the side, and Reunited all sucked into the Graviton Surge. Could be good for Luxury Watch Blue. It will be good. They've got the sound barrier. They're going to use it to survive long enough for Janus to get a bunch of kills there, and that's going to be a hold for Luxury Watch Blue. 2:28 left on the clock for Reunited to push this one back.
A bit awkward, actually ulting the May with the nano boost, but they do still clean up the fight. And now they've actually worked up their own Blizzard. Reunited, I'm surprised they backed off right there on the push, considering they could have just thrown the Blizzard right onto the throne and tried to make a more aggressive play, because now they're in a rough spot.
Well, they can get cut off very early by that wall. Exactly. No Name takes it. He's got his Blizzard if he needs it. Hey, let's ice block next to each other. Onigod drops a Graviton Surge. Where's the follow-up? Gets No Name. Mango goes down as well. Onigod frozen, though. Looks like he'll live. Maybe. There goes Janus. Very low, but Unfixed can't find the kill. Valentaya, though, happy to go in and get the cleanup. Reunited pushing very strong now. Got 3 on the cart. Luxury Watch Blue in a bit of trouble here.
Going to keep pushing. The spawns are close. Luna's going to be up momentarily. They have a Death Blossom.
Morty's got the nano boost too. He's going to give it to Valentaya right off the bat as Luxury Watch Blue tries to go in for last minute defense. That one, okay, he does get one in the end with the ultimate. Payload gets stopped though. Good Earthshatter comes in, but Sabiobi taken out. Meanwhile, the rest of his team getting the cleanup in that fight. Looks like Luxury Watch Blue is going to be pushed back. Yeah, Mako can't survive. Graviton Surge, but it doesn't matter, or does it? Luna coming back with a last-ditch effort. Looks like Sound Barrier, though, will keep Reunited up. Winston comes in. Janus switching onto that one. Gets very low, though. Blizzard is available for Reunited, though, and that may be enough. As soon as they clear out No Name, who is an ice block on top of the payload right now, going to drop his own Blizzard. Will it be enough? Man, it's so close. Just 0.32 meters away. But Reunited finally. No, okay, never mind. Here comes Janus again. They might get this eventually. People are streaming in just too slow.
One by
they're
one.
buying a lot of time,
there
man.
We go.
Well, good effort by Luxury Watch Blue at the end there. They burned a lot off of the time bank there for Reunited, but Reunited does get the 3 points.
Yeah, 33 seconds left. We'll bump it up to a minute. Bit tricky there.
Yeah.
They'll end things out, but even though we saw LW Blue have that Blizzard, there just wasn't any follow-up damage, so it didn't matter that a bunch of them got frozen right, stuck to the throne room right there.
Yeah.
And they bounced back to eventually cap. So
that's right.
Right now it'll have to be a full push from LW Blue if they want to move on here.
And it is so hard to push the payload all the way on Eichenwald. I mean, even if Reunited had gotten stopped there, they had gotten it nearly all the way. It might as well have been 3 points. But Luxury Watch Blue has their work cut out for them. I think we're almost certainly going to see a tie series after this round.
Yeah, should be difficult. And Reunited going to be the defense right here. looks like it will be similar style. Exactly what they were using on offense on the first time.
Yep.
I believe they'll be able to use that Mei effectively to block off some of these choke points. I was really impressed with Unfixed walling actually on offense's Mei. He managed to sort of counter wall in a way that allowed his team to get through the arch.
Yeah. Okay, no name on the Bastion. Now, he could certainly swap away from that. However, this is a map you do see the offensive Bastion on very rarely, but more oftenly you see it like this.
Bastion just wants some beer, man.
They like to shoot the keg.
The keg is impenetrable. Can't get beer out of these kegs. It's really annoying. There's no way to tap them.
This is the worst bar ever. I mean, there's a reason that they left these kegs behind when Aishibal just attacked and they took all the rest. Just couldn't get the beer out of there. Oh well.
Tragic.
Overwatch. So that's the game we're playing. Logos everywhere. Here we go. And yeah, no name, of course, over to the Mei. And here comes the push. Oh, that is sick, man. What a nice little approach here by No Name. Going to get everybody on the high ground. Reunited backing off to the payload already.
It's a good boost.
Blue can make out of it. Yeah, great boost. Uh-oh, Luna in big trouble. One more shot will do it. Oh, man, he's so lucky. Unfixed. Nearly took him out. We saw him do lots of good stuff. There's a kill on Sipiolbi. Unfixed, man. On Team Russia, this guy was a superstar on Mei, and on Team Reunited, he's still pretty good.
He opens up a lot of space for his fellow carry on Mei, although it does function slightly differently than it did on Russia, just because Valutaya is a more in-your-face player most of the time with the Reaper, with the Tracer.
Well, I mean, they had Shadowburn on Russia, so that's a pretty in-your-face Genji as well. But it is more of a team effort rather than just a protect the Genji kind of situation like we saw for Russia at the Overwatch World Cup.
I mean, the difference is that most of the time Shadowburn's just poking from long range as opposed to you having to cover for somebody who is literally always next to the opponent trying to burn them down with the Tracer or Reaper.
Well, all right, where did Mei go? Where does it Mei go when two walls are next to each other? Hard to say. Nano boost onto Valutaya. Reunited tried to get in there with the defense. He doesn't have the Death Blossom, so he's not going to walk too far forward.
Just going to push him back for now.
Man, if I was Mei, I would not put a wall underneath myself when there was like a rock overhang right above my head.
I had no idea where she went. I guess she got bumped in front of the wall right there, so it had the ice block.
Well, she's got to go somewhere. She's apparently uncrushable. The uncrushable Mei. No name with the wall. Oh, no name with the icicle to the head. Unfixed gets 2 kills there.
Yeah, flanked around the side into the room, managed to land a couple icicles on the opposite side of the wall.
Yeah, 2 minutes left for Luxury Watch Blue now.
And they've been staying at sort of mirrored ultimates right now, which typically would be an advantage for the offense, given the distance from spawn. However, no one...
Oh, dear. Do you need the ultimate? Maybe not. Blizzard use. All right, they're going to dedicate that one to it. Sound Barrier comes in. Gambler just trying to keep his team alive and really can't do it enough to keep that push going. Whoa, boy, here he comes. The hills are alive. The sound of die, die, die. Sipiolbi gets 2, goes for more, has that nano boost. Looks like they push Reunited back enough.
Just patience right there. The Sound Barrier managed to keep a couple of people alive even though they lost one. They bounce back with an immediate nano boost. The point is going to be captured. Winghaven. Oh, he's going in. They're trying to fight it.
Oh, there's Shatter catches Valutaya right as he came in with the ultimate. They're going to pop the Mei wall to try to keep Reunited safe. Unfixed, doing the job, and he got the Blizzard just in time. They might be able to hold this, but it is so close right now. Mako backing away. And I think they've got it. Luxury Watch Blue has to back off for the moment. Reunited, they've got enough health on their players. This payload, they do not want to give that up, and they managed to hold it long enough for the
LW Blue has the Blizzard, so that's going to be the big determining factor right here. They can toss it straight onto the point to cap.
Yeah.
Where is it?
On the Reaper, he nearly has the Death Blossom. Gonna hang out in the Blizzard. Winghaven frozen up, goes down. There's a kill for No Name. Meanwhile, Valutaya has a nano boost, trying to get something for himself, something for his team. Gonna pop the ultimate immediately. Graviton Surge doesn't really catch anybody. He does take out Sipiolbi though, which is crucial. Mako goes down as well, perhaps to his own right click, and Reunited might be able to full hold right here. Either way, it's overtime. They've almost certainly won this map. see if Luxury Watch Blue can claim the point in overtime. Blizzard comes in again. I think it's a lot of blizzards, man.
That was a last-second blizzard as she was dying. Gambler actually going to grab 2 on the point. Sabiobi trying to get the next kill, so can they do it? Winghaven left over.
Yeah, they've got Cruz there as well. Winghaven still alive. Sabiobi has to recall a little bit. There's the sound barrier. This fight is still going.
There it is.
There it is, finally. And Reunited will full hold on Eichenwald. We are tied up.
That was a bold engage with 40 seconds left, but they have the nano boost advantage, meaning that even though Valutaya was a nice earth shatter onto him, it just wasn't enough. You could CC the Reaper, but if you can't actually take him out, he did bounce back and get some damage with the nano boost, and that allowed the rest of his team to get in. So a little bit risky, but you know what? It ends up paying off in a pretty big way for United.
Yep. So we are guaranteed to go to our 4th map here. And no surprise if the series is tied. I gotta say, Reunited, a lot of the issues that we were seeing on Lijiang Tower for them looks like they kind of were put to the side a bit more on Eichenwald, looking much more coordinated, much more with it on that second map.
LW Blue 2, should they lose today, they're not out of it yet. They will have a chance to redeem themselves against Runaway later.
Yeah, the real danger is for Reunited, man. They need to win this series, and we'll see if they get closer to doing that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. More Apex after this.
사랑하는 파리하, 어머니란 딸이 더 나은 삶을 살길 바라지. 그걸 위해 싸울 수도 죽을 수도 있어. 난 너에게 사랑하는 이들을 지키는 게 가장 중요하다고 가르쳤지. 넌 영웅들 사이에서 눈부신 모험담을 가슴에 품으며 자랐어. 어느 날 넌 그들처럼 되고 싶다고 했지. 난 네가 다른 삶을 살길 바랐는데. 너에겐 말 못했지만 사람을 지키려고 사람을 죽이는 건 가혹한 일이란다. 하지만 난 언제나 내 임무를 다했지. 그러던 어느 날 죽여야 할 사람을 죽이지 못했다. 난 망설였고 모든 게 바뀌었지. 내가 지켜야 했던 사람들이 목숨을 잃었어. 난 그냥 남겨졌다. 중상을 입은 채로. 세상은 내가 죽은 줄 알았어. 차라리 잘 됐다 싶더구나. 난 너무 많은 걸 잃었으니까. 난 수많은 친구들과 연락을 끊고 가장 가까웠던 이들을 마음에 묻었어. 많은 걸 잃었지만 난 알아. 아직 내가 지켜야 할 사람들이 있다는 걸. 난 싸움을 멈출 수 없어. 아직은 날 기다리는 사람들이 있는 한. 언젠간 네가 이해해 주길. 너의 어머니 아나.
노력은 선수를 만들고 코어 i7 프로세서는 멈추지 않는 파워를 드립니다.
And welcome back to the Intel Overwatch Apex Season 1. Signs from the fans and a sign.
That is creepy.
That is creepy. May is creepy. I mean, what do you want, man? She's the creepiest character in Overwatch. And that's a cast of characters that includes Junkrat, may I remind you.
Man, I wish they would show the really good Reunited sign that's here today. There is an amazing Reunited sign.
Yeah, there is. We also have some cosplayers, too. I see a McCree and I believe a Soldier 76.
Nice. Yeah.
That's who I would cosplay as. So we have the same hairline.
Convenient.
It is, isn't it? I'm getting too old for being good at video games.
Well, we both are, man. We both
Yeah.
are. That's why we get to enjoy this instead.
That's right. I like it. I like it from here. This seat is better. Volskaya Industries is going to be our next map, and I'm just relieved right now. You know why, Monte Cristo? Because after our first map, Reunited did not look very good. But on Ice Involved, they pulled it together again. They look much more coordinated, and I think we're in for a very tight series from here on out.
I agree. We'll see if Luxury Watch Blue can bounce back. You're on Volskaya. Their selection.
That's right. And so it is time. We will see who takes the lead, who puts themselves one map win away from taking this best-of-5 series. Again, a must-win for Reunited. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going. Let's go to Volskaya Industries.
Get it?
Welcome to Volskaya Industries. Man, if people only knew that Volskaya herself was getting the technology from the Omnics, man, people would be mad.
Would they? Is that
They'd
really
be so mad?
They didn't really explain in the Sombra video why that's a problem, Noah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was kind of confused about. Well, first of all, I have two questions there. One is, why would the Omnics do this in the first place? Or were these like good Omnics that were like, hey, we want to give you this to fight against the bad Omnics? Or were these like the bad Omnics? Maybe they're like, maybe Volskaya is gonna like turn against everybody. It's like a Matrix situation where the guy's like, put me back in the Matrix. I want to eat fake steak.
Why do you assume that bad Omnics are the ones that want to kill humans? Maybe those are the good Omnics. They're reading. Yeah, they're returning everything to nature. People are destroying the Earth.
Global warming is a pretty serious thing, man. And
You're making a lot of
metal bodies
assumptions
are
right
cold.
there. You're making a lot of assumptions.
Well,
I prefer to think of the Omnics that kill everybody as good Omnics.
You want to just put your brain in a robot body somewhere, huh? Ghost in the Shell situation here.
I'm cool with that.
All right, well, we'll keep that in mind. Reunited on the defense here. Luxury Blue. Sabilby on the Genji. Let's see what they can get done. They've taken high ground for the most part. Starting to get a little bit of action on the point right now. Sabilby jumping up, and Reunited just giving up a lot of ground. Oh, nice reflect from the Valetaya there. That's a problem for Reunited here.
Yeah, it's a huge problem. It's two of them actually go down. Winghaven was holding the high ground on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So getting 2 picks off immediately, probably going to mean point A pretty easily. Cruz, bye.
Just dash right through him. All right, well, looks like it's going to be a pretty quick point A take for Luxury Blue. It's not the start that Reunited was hoping for, but and you got to hand it to Sabilby, really doing fantastically. Luxury Blue kind of dividing and conquering there. And Reunited, I mean, I'm surprised really not giving up a fight. Yeah, you're right. I mean, look at the ults.
It's over. Like it's LW Blue would have to screw up so hard right now to lose this.
All right, Deadeye as No Name comes in on the. Oh, Sabilby, meanwhile, he has an Nano Boost. He has a Dragon Blade. Goodbye, Morty. Valetaya gets one. No Name does get taken out there.
I mean, 2 of them died, and they only got 1 kill during the ultimate. So actually, Reunited going to hold right here, Doa.
Well, Reunited did a very smart thing. Everybody backed off. They hid in the rooms. They found the individual fights, and they simply outplayed Luxury Blue on an individual level, and that helped them kind of survive the flood.
Well, also, basically they were tipped off because the High Noon came in and they heard it coming.
Yeah.
So they all hid and split up, and that meant that when they actually committed the Nano Boost and the Dragon Blade, well, no, it didn't do anything because everybody was already split up. Like, you want them to get together for that. Yeah. That was like you definitely don't want a High Noon and let them know that one was coming. That was really weird.
You want a High Noon. You don't want a High Noon. not the High isn't supposed to let people know you're coming. Neko jumps up on the high ground. They're trying to do the same thing, basically. They're trying to just split Reunited up, and they're doing a very good job of it. Valetaya out of the fight already. Nano Boost onto the Winston as Reunited tries to push back with a bit of defense here from Unfixed, who's over on the Winston now. No Name uses his own Deadeye, looking for a kill. Everybody hiding, though. Maybe he can find one. No, not quite. Winghaven gets a kill on Sabilby, though. That could be big. Valetaya down to 12 health. He's got to get away back to the health back up to 87 now. And Reunited holding for the moment. Nano Boost used, though. No Name gets it on the McCree. Chases after Unfixed. He's a bit more. Gets to the health pack just in time. I don't know if that's going to save him. Not quite. Nope, there's a headshot. No Name on the point. Has his own Deadeye. Gets Valetaya before he can come in and make anything happen. And Luxury Blue, they nearly have point B already. Onigod gets a couple kills himself.
Cruz killed Sabilby while he was in the Dragon Blade animation right there because he was stuck in Onigod's ultimate.
Yep.
This has been real sloppy from LW Blue.
Yeah, Winghaven swap off with the Steven now.
The weird thing is they committed to using that Nano Boost onto the McCree, and it was basically just like No Name running around after the Gorilla. Eventually got it, but it wasn't the most economical use of a Nano Boost ever, and it just, they have so much time to work with. They don't have to be desperate about how they use their ults.
Well, yeah, they've got 2 ticks already on the point. Sabilby with that Dragon Blade gets a kill onto Onigod. First off, goes for one onto Cruz, finds it, looking for a little bit more. Either way, Luxury Blue does not need a lot of time on the point. They chase Morty away, he gets knocked off, and this may be about it. As soon as they deal with Unfixed, which they do now, I think this is going to be 2 points for Luxury Blue. Oh, not quite yet, as they come back in again. Reunited trying to hold Onigod on the point for the moment. It's so close, though, and they get it. Luxury Blue with 2 points and a good amount of time left in the time bank.
That's true. They have a lot of time left in the time bank, Doa, but they had nearly 7 minutes after capping point A, and that's one of those situations where they actually could have had 6, maybe even 6.5 minutes left in the time bank if they had executed that first push.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Reunited bought time, but it was time that maybe they shouldn't have had, given how these assault maps can snowball and the titanic ult advantage that LW Blue had coming into their first push on point B.
It was a sloppy affair on the second point, but
I mean, they had enough time.
Yeah.
Still, though, that 350 is super respectable time, but it could have been a lot more.
Yeah.
They could have just driven the nail into the coffin right there instead of giving Reunited at least something to work with.
Well,
we'll see.
As it is, Reunited swapping over to offense now. Luxury Watch Blue on the defense. You'll be sticking with the Tracer, though. Trying to harass from the side, I suppose. You don't see the Tracer as much on defense, but you know, you can use it to deal with the flankers, which is kind of what I think he's got in mind here.
Yeah.
Die railings.
Valtaya looking like he will be going for the McCree, though, and should be preferable against Savioli's Tracer, as good as it has been in this series. And no name back on the McCree, so we are seeing more McCree from these two teams than we have previously here at Apex.
I mean, we've known Valtaya at least has been able to play the McCree for a long time. We've seen that in other tournaments, so it was kind of only a matter of time until it started popping up here.
I do enjoy the McCree and Tracer mind games that we've had over the course of this series as players have been swapping to and from those two heroes on both sides. Valtaya going to be back on Tracer again and trying to
swap last
sneak
moment.
Around, yeah. So there won't be a McCree here. Instead, Tracer Genji.
Yep. Unfixed just trying to build up that ultimate charge a bit. Valtaya on the side on the high ground.
Yeah, it's really tough for Tracer to do anything in this position because you have to run straight down on the high ground and in order to get close, and you run into a clump of 5. So Tracer's kind of useless right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, generally on this map, you try to get Tracer in there early, right? So you can try to pull apart the defense if they set up too far forward. But as it is, Valtaya just trying to be the flanker. Luxury Watch Blue up on that high ground. It's a pretty good defensive spot, though.
Yeah, it's really difficult. He has to wait there because of the Ana and the McCree. Can't run in a straight line, so he has to wait for the Winston to go up there. And No Name actually going to go down, so huge pickoff.
Yeah, I can't believe he got him with the left click like that. Now going after the Lucio, pushes him back. Luxury Watch Blue giving up a lot of ground here. And that's a lot of time for Reunited to work on this point.
Unfixed too, already near that Dragon Blade.
Yep, Savioli has the Pulse Bomb though. Onigod though getting the kill. Valtaya does go down, and in the end, Luxury Watch Blue looks like they will hold for the moment.
Yeah, Luna used an Nano Boost on a Mako who is at 100% energy, so enormous amounts of damage coming out of the Zarya. Yeah. They pick up the necessary kills, and they're going to hold, and this is such a good time. Reunited has to make it work pretty soon. Morty not yet at his Nano Boost. That's going to be the ticket here, is whether or not they can really couple that with the Dragon Blade and the Sound Barrier to make a strong push.
It's a Graviton Surge coming in, and the Big Bang, not getting a whole lot. Sound Barrier helped out a little bit, but Savioli not done yet. Trying to finish off a few members, but he can't quite do it. Onigod with the kill there. And we'll see if Reunited can turn this into a push now that they've dealt with the Tracer. Unfixed on the roof. He gets that Sound Barrier, trying to get the back lines onto No Name. No Name in a lot of trouble. Deadeye does not get executed. Unfixed gets 2. There goes Luna. Really successful Dragon Blade. And Reunited looks like they're poised to take point A.
And they didn't have to use the Nano Boost, Stoa. Crucially, they're going to have that for the next push. So taking a look at this one again, Unfixed is going to shut down the High Noon, move over, take out the Ana.
Yeah, I mean, a little Genji tip for you guys. I mean, if you don't know this yet, you get your dash back after you activate your ultimate. So we see a lot of pro players go basically straight up, find a good target in the air, and then dash towards it once the Dragon Blade's ult.
Yep.
Out, rather. Not ult.
Indubitably. All right, so it's 1 ult to none right now, but they've got to move fast.
Valtaya moving fast through time. Oh, Zanus has the Nano Boost. Dealing with, or rather Winghaven had the Nano Boost, dealing with Luxury Watch Blue pretty well, avoids the damage from the Pulse Bomb. Gets a little bit low though. He's in trouble, he's kind of on his own, having to deal with fire coming in from all sides. Valtaya right there, has the Pulse Bomb. They're holding it pretty well, getting a little bit of time going on point B. As Luxury Watch Blue tries to fight back, but they're kind of streaming in one by one. Sound Barrier may change things. Oh, but it's a Nano Boost onto the Lucio. That's really not the greatest thing ever.
Well, they were trying to buy time, though, is what they're doing. So if you can make the Lucio as unkillable as possible.
Oh, No Name right there, but not for long. As Unfixed gets he can't get over the wall. It's a slippery wall. It's made of ice. Gets in the back lines though now. Can't take down Winghaven quite yet. Mako is dead. Unfixed, very low. Gambler actually gets the kill there. Winghaven gets the pin. But Reunited overall forced away. They didn't even get the first tick onto point B.
I mean, that May wall was incredibly clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, we see Unfixed swapping over right now after getting stuck right there. They are going to be defending against a May, or with a May. So, No Name going to have a lot of blizzards for this point.
Yeah, about halfway there right now. And Reunited with a couple ults to work with, but not the greatest ones for attacking. They're going to use that Sound Barrier probably early. Ooh, there's a Graviton Surge right away. Sound Barrier used to just try to keep Reunited alive. Winghaven does take out Sibyolbi, but they're going to need a bit more than that. There's a nice Earth Shatter as Winghaven is not done yet. Unfixed looking for kills now on that Reaper. Winghaven going to back away. Janus actually gets taken out, and that is going to be a good start for Reunited. If they can take out No Name here, he's going to last a long time with that Ice Block on the point. That is so annoying to wait for that May to come out of Ice Block. Oh, Sibyolbi with the kill onto Oni God, and Luxraj Blue fighting back in a big way here.
Yep, they just this closer spawns, slowly picking them away, and you'll notice that Luxury Watch Blue had 3 members on the high ground and then a Tracer on the low ground. So at any point, if any of them died, only one of them would just drop. Otherwise, they just had free reign shooting down into the point. Made it very easy to clean up, and they had instantaneous access to keep the point from ticking over if they had to. So the positioning has been really good here for LW Blue.
A big Biotic Grenade onto Reunited. That's going to slow them down a little bit as they wait for the effects to go away. They are gone now. Luxraj Blue at the wall, just trying to be annoying. Onigod has a Graviton Surge now. No Name, though, has that Blizzard, and you can cover nearly the entire point with that May ultimate. Balataya back on the McCree.
It's a huge problem. They've got to bait it out or deal with this May first.
Here we go, double Graviton Surge is used. Oh, but the big bang comes in for Sibyolbi. They drop the Blizzard as well, and Winghaven can't even complete his charge. LW Blue going to hold this one pretty easily. Oh, but Sibyolbi's not going to survive to see it.
It's okay, he'll be back soon enough, though. Everything Reunited throws at them is just getting countered right now. No Name uses the May ult, so they don't have that tool. However, the Sound Barrier from Gambler should be able to get them another minute or so, presumably.
Balataya's got the Deadeye, but hard to find an opportunity to use that. It's not the greatest ultimate for this particular point.
Super hard to hit people.
It really is, yeah. All right, Reunited, they're going to use the Deadeye. A little bit of zoning, nice May wall. That keeps him from getting onto the point quite as quickly. Tries to turn and find the Tracer.
Oh, he
finds
got
No
No
Name
Name
instead. That is really big, actually, to take No Name out of the fight. Here comes a Nano Boost, though, as they send in the Reinhardt. Balutaya looking for the kill to Sibyolbi. Gets killed in return. And LW Blue, they're going to hold this yet again. Reunited down to under a minute. They're on the verge of losing this map.
I think they have lost Doa. They don't have any ultimates right now. Unfixed had swapped over to the May, but No Name's going to have the Blizzard first. Triple ult, and all they're going to have is the Sound Barrier, which can be countered by Gamblers. This is dire for Reunited. It has to be a hell of a push right now.
Yeah. It's going to need to be perfect because all they've got, oh, Cruz taken out. They lost Balataya. It's over, man. It's over. Luxraj Blue almost certainly going to hold this one. 99% at this point. 15 seconds left. Reunited in desperation mode. I don't even know if they can get back to the point in time. It's such a long run from the spawn for the offense here. Yep. And Pulse Bomb takes a big chunk out of Janus, but that's about it. He gets his health back immediately. Sound Barrier. They've got the nice Earth Shatter, actually. Good pin onto the nano boosted Reinhardt. Luxraj Blue uses their own Sound Barrier to try to stay alive. Balataya needs to be an absolute hero on this McCree. You know, the kill's coming in for Reunited. Balataya, oh, he gets two at the Deadeye! Are you kidding me? They're making this push work, but they need a lot of time on the point right now. They're getting it. They're in overtime. Are you kidding me? They are actually going to, whoa, are they going to get it? They will. They tie it 2-2. That was insane. They came into that with just the Sound Barrier and managed to pull it into an entire take on point B. What a colossal choke for LW Blue at the end there.
Yeah, rough. it looked like everything was going well. They had contained Winghaven. They got the Nano Boost up just in time, and that allowed Winghaven to live through it and get a charge back into the point. After the Winston, I just call him Miro now. Every Winston is Miro.
The Miro, yeah.
Yeah, after Winston had already dived in, so a little bit rough there from LW Blue. But you know what, Doa? It was barely any time left, and it's going to be, 0 time for Reunited. So they are going to have to full hold for 3 minutes and 49 seconds on point A. That is a lot to ask. That is a lot to ask.
All right, so Valutaya, I mean, look at this. There's just no defense against the Deadeye.
And nobody's paying attention to him.
Yeah, he's on the side, free firing, and that was really it, man.
They had a three-pronged attack there. One was the Winston coming in. Number 2 was the Reinhardt following up after getting charged. And Valutaya just snuck around the side and was able to just shoot people in the head right from the flank.
Yep.
Well, they tried to deal with the tank line. They were distracted by the nano-boosted Reinhardt, and that opened up space for Valutaya to get the crucial kills.
None of those books in there have any names on them. They're weird.
They're leather-bound. The names are on the front, I guess.
No, they're not anywhere. No. Who knows what you're reading? It's a mystery book. Overwatch Blue on the defense here, or on the offense rather here. Reunited. Setting up in probably the safest defensive place you can. Tucked away on that left side. Mako gonna jump in though. Time to disrupt them. Reunited might have to give up a little bit. Giving up a lot of space. LW Blue on the point already. Getting a little bit of time there. Sibyobi jumps into this steel girder. That was a little bit dangerous. Gets the health pack though, so he'll stay alive for the moment.
Sabiobi actually playing the Genji this time.
Yeah.
Changing it up. And they're just going to fall back, waiting, stay alive. Unfixed here, playing the Tracer. Now that Valutaya needs to play the McCree. Swapping up that hero between a couple of different players, and now the Winston going to go in again.
Yep, that's right. Mako again, just trying to disrupt. That's what you do with the Winston on offense. Valutaya looking for some kills. Janus does go down. Nice fan the hammer, taking a big chunk out of Mako, forces that primal rage out of him. But LW Blue still pushing strong. Sibyobi gets that first kill onto Morty, and without the nano boost, that's going to be a problem. Sound barrier comes in for Reunited. Valutaya forced away, not getting anything at all with that Deadeye as a nano boost on Sibyobi with that dragon-bladed Genji coming in to try to make it work. LW Blue, though, while he was fighting, the rest of his team was killed off, and Reunited will hold for the moment. Close call.
It was very close indeed, but they tunneled so hard on the Cowboy there. The High Noon was going, the Deadeye was active, but Valutaya had already been bounced out by the Primal Rage from Mako, so there was no need to commit to killing him because he was stuck behind there with no line of sight anyway. They used, 3 ultimates to kill one ulting McCree. Not the best trade.
Usually not. So we'll see if Reunited can keep the defense going. Unfixed on the top of the building. Here comes Mako, got to back away. He's going to recall. Valutaya gets a kill on the Mako though. Not a good start so far for Luxury Watch Blue on this push. For it. Oh, gets him.
Yeah, dodged right back into that during the spray. Waiting for that clip to be gone. And Reunited putting up a stout defense here. We've got a minute left, though.
They needed to. This was absolutely vital that they didn't give up point A as fast as they did earlier. They really, really need to hold this one.
Well, it would send us into another sudden death, our 3rd of the night after having 0 for the entirety of Apex so far.
Well, we will see.
Dragon Blade's up, Luna nearly there with the nano boost. They need to be patient. They need to try and match some ults here from Reunited.
All right. Deadeye used. He's going to try to fire through that shield. Waits for it. The full charge comes in.
He got
Gets
Janus.
the kill onto Janus. Without that Reinhardt, it's going to be tough for Reunited. Or going to be tough for Luxury Watch Blue, rather. Oh, flashbang missed. Sibyobi coming in, free and clear with that Dragon Blade. Has to cut through the sound barrier, but that is not a problem. 2 kills for him. Goes in now onto the Reinhardt, firing away from close range. And Winghaven tries to throw in the Earth Shatter. Manages to bounce over the top, but Valutaya gets the kill there. Luna looking to stay alive. Luxury Watch Blue needs a bit more time on the point here. Unfixed, though, not going to let him have it. There's the Graviton Surge as Janus pulled up to the edge there. A couple people trapped in that one. Looks like Reunited will full hold. That is going to be it. Overtime popped. I think they've got it, though.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be able to clean this up. Desperation, Earthshatter. They still have to deal with the Primal Rage Winston. They bought a lot of time, but he's going to go down.
Yeah, that's right. Here comes Gambler, but this is not a bet I'd want to take. He's going to drop the sound barrier anywhere just to try to keep his hopes alive. Reunited, though, on the point. Winghaven with the kill on a no-name. Without that Genji, it's going to be tough for Luxury Watch Blue. Sabiobi does go down. That is it. Insane hold.
4.5-minute hold on point A.
Wow.
After capping point 2 in overtime, Reunited fighting tooth and nail to send themselves to sudden death. They are certainly making it hard on themselves. But Luxury Watch, that was a huge squander. They had so many push attempts, so many opportunities to take point A.
Wow.
And they couldn't do it.
You know, again, it looked a bit awkward with that, bit of a choke during Reunited's attack. Looked like maybe Luxury Watch Blue is finally giving up some ground, but I just don't know what to expect out of this next one, man.
It's 1 point. It's got 1 point on Nepal this side this map.
Yep. And it could go either way. I mean, this is so similar almost to what we saw in our first match. And I almost feel like you can draw a lot of parallels between Lunatic High and Reunited right now.
I mean, we knew it was going to to be a close night in both of these best of fives.
But just the way this is playing out, with Reunited looking, so lost on Lijiang Tower, looking much, much better on Eichenwald. Very close third map now on Volskaya Industries, with a chance for either team yet here.
Exciting stuff. It looked like the Tracer McCree combo was a little bit more effective. They did open up a lot of room for Volotaya right there, even though he's probably the better Tracer player compared to Unfixed. At least there was not a lot of pressure on him. He found a lot of opportunities to hit those shots.
Luxury Watch Blue, I feel like these guys, if they tighten it up just a tiny bit more, they should be in good shape. It's time to find out who takes map 3 right here, right now. Let's get in the game and find out. Here we go, on Nepal. And once again,
Sanctum only.
We are on Sanctum, third time in a row here.
Sanctum only, Nepal sudden deaths.
Maybe that's intentional.
No,
I don't know.
It's just random.
I think I'm not. See, here's the problem with playing on the PTR and the live client at the same time. You get confused about what's live and what's not. I know at least on the PTR they were working with letting you choose which control point point you start out on. I don't think it's live yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's live either.
But I'm not too sure. See, this is a dangerous thing with the castle. You should stay away from the PTR, man.
You always stay away from the PTR.
Always. Summer's on the PTR right now. I can't help it.
Always.
I can't help it, man. Some things you just can't do. That's one of them for me. Well, either way, we're back on the Sanctum for the third time. For unbelievably our third overtime of the night. The third sudden death. Teams fighting it out. Reunited pushing ahead here.
Sabio will be back on the Tracer, Unfixed on the May.
Oh, Volotaya taken out by Luna. Big kill there.
It's a huge opener kill, but Unfixed going to answer back onto the Reaper.
Well, he is so good on that May that we know he's going to do some serious work. Luxury Watch Blue, though, working on taking this point first. We'll see if they can do it. Winghaven, very lucky he didn't charge himself off the edge of the cliff there. I don't know exactly how he stopped, but he stopped just in time. No Name gets the nano boost, picks up 1 kill immediately with it. On to Cruz, goes in with the fan, the hammer, doesn't find anybody though. Wait for it, and well, we're just gonna change camera angles though. Unfixed gets the kill. Blizzard goes down, and that looks like it'll help Reunited maybe claim this point or at least hold it. Yeah,
that wall actually saved Winghaven's life right there from the Bay. The last shot blocked from No Name allowed Winghaven to resituate and get the shield back up in the direction of the McCree. So Reunited, great ult advantage now. That was, Luna wasted that nano boost. just a tad, trying to get the McCree because the ice block was available for the Mei, so even though he got onto the point, wasn't able to pick up a kill with it.
Yeah. All right, Reunited with a lot of ultimates to work with. They've got a great defensive position here. Got the point. Unfixed gets a kill on the Sibyolbi already. Valutaya now getting the nano boost. As the Deadeye doesn't need to use it. Winghaven finds the kill onto Janus. Valutaya's got to be careful here, man. He got killed by Luna once. Really happened again, but he got the biotic grenade, got the heals. Winghaven's going to take a nap. It's a good time to take a nap. No real action going on.
Take a breather.
Yep.
Well, that was another awkward nano boost. At least they picked off the tank, so did stifle the push from Luxury Watch Blue.
I mean, when you're taking this sort of long-range poking defense, you know, it's hard to decide who gets the nano boost. Meanwhile, Valutaya has the Sound Barrier, finds the kill onto Janus there. Graviton Surge not getting Luxury Watch Blue a whole lot. Yeah, Unfixed able to get enough. And in the meantime, Luxury Watch Blue able to sneak in and take that point, so they will get a bit of percentage going at least.
That was a really nice Graviton by Mako. Picked up everybody in there. Difficult to see what happened, but got the combo in there with the Pulse Bomb.
It's the way Sanctum plays out these days. It's really interesting because Unfixed actually back on the point right now. And there's a Graviton Surge. He's going to drop the Blizzard right on top of that. And I think this is going to be a retake for Reunited.
Saviobly still on the flank right there. He might be dangerous, but he's going to get cornered in the room. Primal Rage going down for Janus.
Yep.
He's not going to get any knockoffs.
There we go. So Reunited retakes the point. Like I mentioned, it's a bit odd because the defense that teams set up on Sanctum is not on the point. So you see that a lot where the fight is happening and somebody just goes and takes the point in the background.
Yeah. It's you have to split that difference, right? You don't want to be on the point itself. You want to be overlooking the point on some of the high ground. But at the same time, you have to make sure nobody's going to be able to sneak in there like a Tracer or a Mei like we're seeing right now and try and take it. And that's very annoying to deal with.
All right, Morty kind of on his own here. Deadeye for Valutaya, and who does he find? He finds Luna. There's the kill. Oh, nice. Fan the hammer into a Frozen Reaper. No Name goes down. Whoa, and pops Mako off as well. Sound Barrier coming in. I don't think they need it, though. Valutaya is just carrying this hardcore, man.
He's got to pop out, too, to see if he can get any early shots onto the Gorilla. Does miss his flashbang, so he's a fall back. 50 HP remaining. Overtime.
Looking good for Reunited, and they will take it. That means they'll get the win on Volskaya Industries. So 2-1 for Reunited right now. They're one map away from winning this best of 5.
That is a hell of a comeback from Reunited.
Yeah.
To be an overtime point B capture in Volskaya, into a 4.5-minute hold, into the sudden death win. That should be a big boost of confidence for them.
I gotta say, more than anything, I feel like Valutaya on this McCree has really been what's a big part of what's been giving Reunited the edge here in these matches.
Yeah, I like it. I like the changes that they're making. I don't think that LW Blue would have necessarily expected them coming into this match. But it seems like some of that time off has at least reinvigorated the hero pools.
Ooh.
Let's see. We're going to watch the play of the game from Onigod to see what he did.
All right. Graviton Surge. He's in it.
Okay.
And
where's his Graviton? Nope, not going to use it. Just going to blow everybody up with ice tracking. Okay.
Okay. There you go. Well, that is that. So we're going to move on to our 4th map. We will see where we go for the payload.
Escort is going to be map number 4. If we go to map number 5, it will be back to hybrid.
Yeah.
Another selection here from LW Blue. Must win if they are to take this match, although if they lose today, they are not out of the running yet. They've only played one best of 5 so far.
Yeah.
They did win, so they would be a 1-1 with a chance still to hit the bracket stage if they beat Runaway.
Yeah, Group D really has, I think, the most room for variation in terms of results we could see at the end of the group stage. And Dorado or Watchpoint Gibraltar, which is it going to be? Luxury Watch Blue picks Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Alrighty, so you see a lot of Watchpoint Gibraltar tonight. A map that hasn't featured so heavily in Apex.
Yeah.
A lot of teams preferring Dorado, and we also trim the map pool every match, so teams don't have to prepare for every map in the game.
Yeah, it's going to be, I believe, 9 maps total that they'll have a possibility of playing on. The game is ready, so it is time. Luxury Watch Blue fighting for their life here in this best of 5. Reunited fighting for their tournament life. They need a match win. They can get it right here. If they don't, we're going to map 5. Let's find out who takes it. Time to go to Watch Point Gibraltar.
I get it.
All right, here we go. Looks like we've got Luxury Watch Blue on the offense, Reunited on the defense for our first round here on Watch Point Gibraltar. But who watches the Watch Point? That's the question.
Do you know that who watches the Watchman phrase in Latin?
No, I don't. That's a very random question you just asked me. No.
Well, that's where it comes from. That's why I was asking.
I do not know who watches the Watchmen in Latin, but I've got a feeling you're about to tell us all.
I'm trying to remember it exactly that I took. I think it's quis custodiate ipsos custodes, I think is what it is.
That sounds right to me. Yeah. Sounds good. Latin lessons with Monte Cristo.
I'm a wealth of information. I'm pretty sure that's right.
See, it's usually not a good follow-up if you're like, hey, do you know this thing? And they're like, wait, let me see if I remember it. No.
I was just checking because I didn't know if my memory was perfect, Noah, so I thought maybe you might remember it so I could check myself.
I know it in English. I can't check you, though. Not with that Latin. Sorry. The only Latin I know is what the Little Caesars pizza guy said. And that was just pizza.
Also not Latin. So there you go.
I'm pretty sure it was Latin for pizza. You know, well, when in Rome. Luxury Watch Blue taking the high ground as the payload gets pushed forward. That was just like a Dada art style expressionist conversation there.
Nice job.
That's what we do. And they've got a good spot here. Payload pushes through.
Yeah, they're a little bit stacked up right now, and Vic's going to bounce some of that back with the reflect.
I was going to say, somebody's got to get down there and start pushing the payload. They finally do it.
Yeah,
they've got Gambler down there.
Yeah, they haven't gotten any kills yet, though, so it's difficult to actually shove it through Car Wash. But yeah, Gambler is going to get on the payload. Yeah. A little bit early on the high ground push. Unfixed going to try and take care of No Name in the back line. And Nanabu's going to be dealt with by a charge from Winghaven, and then a sleep dart. Nice job chaining the CC.
That was handled quite well by Reunited.
Sabiolby gets the kill anyway onto the Ana. Now Unfixed in a world of hurt. Sabiolby just cleaning up one by one, and that's going to be a pretty clean push for LW Blue.
Yeah, I mean, Reunited probably in a situation where they're going to have to hold the third point here because you almost never see holds in the hangar phase.
Oh, wow.
What a save there. I can't believe Cruz escaped that.
Well, they do have the nano boost, and they are trying to get on top of Shuttle right now. So LW Blue, they're going to be moving in with a pretty substantial ultimate advantage, or Reunited will be rather, on top of the Shuttle. So they should be able to hold this for a little bit now. They didn't commit hardly anything to the defense there on the first point. Now they've got a lot of tools for point number 2, and it's going to start with that.
Yeah, and Fix had the Zarya shield as well as he goes in with the nano boost with the Dragon Blade. Just keeping LW Blue at bay, but to their credit, they backed off. They only lost Cruz.
Yeah, they didn't actually get anything. It could have been a lot worse, too. Had that charge actually managed to land on Unfix, may have been even worse, but that's 2 critical ultimates now down for Reunited. They didn't slow this payload from moving all that much.
Yeah. Still a lot more to use. Okay, Deadeye popped by both McCrees, actually. I was going to say, that's actually like a real showdown. Sabiolby gets a nano boost immediately afterwards, so he's going to go in. Nice sound barrier, actually. Keeps everybody up for the moment. Cruz does go down. Goodbye, Velataya. Eventually, no, nice heals, actually, coming in from Morty. Keeps him away. Keeps him awake, rather, for the moment.
Yeah, Sabiolby still just running through one by one. I mean, Sabiolby has been absolutely excellent so far tonight. he's been wrecking people on the Tracer. He's been finding all the proper angles on the Reaper. So every single time he gets back in and picks up a handful of kills, and the payload just rolls on.
Yeah, he's been the main carry for LW Blue so far we've seen this tournament. Another kill on the Sipiobi. They're going to go and drop the Graviton Surge as well. Everybody gets pulled in there. And nice Earthshatter response though. Can Reunited actually hold here? No, it doesn't look like it. They get their own Graviton Surge, but there's no follow-up. Maybe not the best time to use that one for OniGod. No name picks him off, and that's that.
And control the high ground the entire time, easily finding those shots. And now the payload is just rocketing forward. Morty and Cruz going to reset on the backside of that fight. But Reunited, they came up clutch in the last map, but again, just like on Volskaya, they are struggling early.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, they have a Nano Blade, so they can come around the side here and try and buy some time, but there we go.
Alan Fix, he's going to need more than that. Gets Luna, looking for No Name, finds him. There's another kill, maybe he can take out Gambler. Chasing him down, he does, so that's 3. Meanwhile, OniGod gets one for himself too, so Luxury Watch Blue, stop for the moment. And we talked about this a bit earlier, where this is where Reunited is really planning holding. You nearly never stop anybody in the hangar phase. This is where the payload usually stops. See if they can make it happen.
Sabiobi has the Death Blossom. He can drop down if he decides to teleport up into the high ground right there. Yeah. And just a huge amount of ultimates on the side of LW Blue. They should be able to push this pretty well. There's the Beyblade. Goodbye, everybody.
Nano boost right onto that.
Well, it's gone.
That's easy.
And trying to clean up Unfixed, and that will happen. 5 overall looks like for Sabiobi. And it'll be a hefty push right now. Everybody respawning. They are going to be able to get back into the top side. Earthshatter is there, so is the Sound Barrier. They're going to have to zone him off. Balataya trying to get a good Deadeye down, but he keeps getting pushed back. Up, gets one.
Yeah, finds Mako. Good charge there. No Name looking for the kill onto Unfixed. Staying underneath that. Actually, Winghaven gets Sipiobi after the Earthshatter. Goodbye, Reinhardt. Oh, he's back. Meanwhile, Janus takes an Earthshatter to the face. He's going to go ahead and use the Nano Boost. No Name on the top there, firing away. Can't seem to hit Morty, though. And he's going to have to back off. Yep, so Luxury Watch Blue held, but they are less than 1 meter away from completing this map.
At 2 minutes, Doa, that they at least Reunited, has the Dragon Blade. They've regained control of the high ground here on the arch, overlooking the point. Nice big spread, and LW Blue just the Nano Boost, so it probably will be another minute or so before they can get a serious push in, and until that point, matter of how many ultimates they can draw out of Reunited to try and drive the...
Whoa, close call for Sugilby there. He got hit with that flashbang, but he'll get out.
Just going to reposition. Play it slow, should be LW Blue's game. Be patient. No need to commit this early.
All right, there's a Tobelstein. The Graviton Surges use it on both sides. Sibyobi finds it up awesome. Oh, hit by the Earthshatter though. Still, the kills come in for Luxury Watch Blue. No Name got 4 somehow. Sibyobi's going to clean up, and they're going to get the 3 points. Full push for Luxury Watch Blue, and that makes it pretty tough if you're Reunited.
I love the patience from LW Blue. They needed to wait for those ults to come up. That's exactly what we saw. They hold on. They get the Deadeye. They get everything that they need. The crowd control to set that up, as well as the Beyblade rolling, and everybody was so distracted by the Reaper. Makes it easy to hit that Deadeye after the Graviton Surge, and that's going to be a tall order, I think, here for Reunited. It's not the best time in the world, but they are going to have a pretty decisive push. Minute and 20.
Yeah, and that's not bad for Watch Point Gibraltar. I mean, that 3rd point is so hard to take in the end if you're on offense that I'd be quite satisfied with that if I was Luxury Watch Blue, just because, you know, honestly, the most likely scenario is that they hold Reunited before they can get there.
Especially because LW Blue had very smooth pushing through points 1 and point 2.
Yeah.
And they only started to hit trouble through point 3. As you're saying, with Gibraltar, if you don't shove through pretty consistently on the first 2 points, you're almost always going to get stalled out to a certain degree on point number 3.
Yeah, you never, it's nearly unheard of to see a smooth push through the 3rd point on this map for the offense. It's nearly always going to take a couple tries.
Sabiobi going to be trying that Roadhog again. We weren't too terribly impressed by his first Roadhog games in Apex on the last map. Maybe he has warmed up a little bit more on that hero and can show us a few better hooks.
It's a good hero for defense on Watchpoint Gibraltar. I mean, it's a good hero on defense for nearly any map. But yeah, he needs to hit those hooks. He wasn't really landing those last time when he needed to.
Yep, go switch over. Onigod not, in fact, going to be playing the Widowmaker to the surprise of no one.
Shocking. All right, here we go. Unfix already on the high ground. He's going to drop down as the payload gets going. Looks like he's going to swap over. Against that comp, does not want to pull out the Tracer. Going to switch to the Mei.
Yeah, hard to pick off the Mei here with the Roadhog. Grabber, just hit that ice block. And difficult to move through the 250 HP unless you sort of hook her over to the side. It's going to be uncontested push to the car wash. Everybody going to reposition after it gets through the archway and then try and control the high ground before dropping down. Pretty standard push coming in from Reunited so far.
Yep, very standard push. Onigod boosting his way up to the high ground there as they use a couple people to push the payload. At some point, he gets somebody down there. And Sabiobi right there. Oh, can't land the kill on the Valutaya. Do that shield. Valutaya, though, gets the kill onto the Roadhog. And it looks like this is going to be a pretty quick point A push.
Yeah, very quick, in fact.
Janus on his own, going to get killed off pretty soon. And yeah, Luxury Watch Blue not mustering too much of a defense early on.
Smooth sailing so far for Reunited on the payload. Nice initial kill. The Reaper doing his job, getting rid of that Roadhog early. But LW Blue is going to have some time to set up on shuttle right here. And they don't have any ults to work with, however, but neither does Reunited have the best heroes to contest the top of shuttle. And in fact, that's going to be a very awkward hook.
Yeah, he actually dropped down after he went through the shuttle. Winghaven in a lot of trouble now. He ran into the other Reinhardt. That's about it. Janus gets the kill, and Luxury Watch Blue will hold for the moment. The payload's still moving slowly, though. Cruz very low, gets the Zarya shield. Mako has to back away.
A lot of times tonight, though, Morty has been sitting on the nano boost for a really long time, oftentimes dying with it or losing fights, getting members picked off before he even commits to using it. Yeah. So it seems like they're a bit reluctant in their shot calling with that ultimate, and may cost them.
Well, they're going to send down Janus with that nano boost. No name, looking for some kills on the Deadeye. Oh, nice. He gets hit with the sleep dart. Not bad at all. Valutaya, though, meanwhile, has the sound barrier. You can walk right up there onto Reaper. Sabiobi frozen. He will not live very long, and Reunited in pretty good shape here.
Really clutch sleep dart. It allowed them to conserve. Oh, well.
Oh, that was not
foolish.
The greatest idea. Yeah.
He didn't know the McCree was there. He did not know the McCree was there, but he should have guessed the McCree was there. Really, when you think about it, that's actually going to have his entire team pushed back right now, except for Unfix, who finds Luna in the shuttle.
Where else would the McCree be, man?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Where else would the McCree be?
Maybe in a saloon, getting a drink of whiskey.
I wish I was in a saloon getting a drink of whiskey, Doa.
Hey, after this match, man.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Blizzard. Catching nobody. Ooh, Unfix.
That was 2 ults used for nada.
Valutaya has the sound barrier on. Wow, they're actually going to push through to the point around the fight, really. I mean, Luxury Watch Blue just not getting there to contest the payload. That was awkward, but
that was awkward from everybody. Everybody feels sort of bad about how that went down, I think, Doa. They used Onigod and Unfixed ult. Unfixed is going to swap over. Hello? There we go. All right, eventually. Waiting for his buddy. Valutaya to hit the McCree. And, you know, I like this combo so much on this last point. You have the Genji because you have the mobility of all of the high ground and open space to get your ult off in. And also, you have the McCree benefits from the long sight lines and so many awesome spots to Deadeye.
Yeah.
So I like the switch.
Yeah, me too. Valutaya looking to take out Sabiobi. Looks like he will not be able to quite do that. No name, though, does find the kill onto Unfixed, who swapped over to that Genji. Janus has Zero Shatter, doesn't really need it. Gets himself some kills. Onigod with a couple there. Janus goes back on as the payload is pushing. He's on his own right now. Onigod just ripping LW Blue apart.
Oh my.
That was a very disjointed fight.
Janus was way too far away from his team. Sure, he was able to pick up a couple of kills in the spawn camp, but everybody else was so split up, and the payload was still moving, Doa.
Yeah, sound barrier now for Reunited as they try to finish this one off. LW Blue trying to respawn and get there. Oh, nice fan the hammer. There's the Deadeye. Oh, he's moved up. Oh, he gets the kill to Sabioldi at the end before he dies, though. Insane. And Reunited still will continue the push. They'll take 3 points with a much better time bank at the end. Wow.
And that is so big. As you know, on particularly pure payload maps, having the larger time bank is incredibly consequential because you don't actually have to obviously full cap a point like you would on a hybrid map or an assault or a control map. So effectively, when you have that, it becomes much easier to push the payload, and basically you have to look at very long overtime situations if LW Blue wants to be able to come back in this. And the problem in the current meta with very long overtime situations is that Mei exists, and one Mei ult will destroy you in overtime, because once the overtime goes long enough, any time off the payload at all just instantly drains the overtime bar, so you throw one Mei ult out and you're done.
Right. So, I gotta say, LW Blue, they look good sometimes, but it seems like this match, when the pressure's been on, they've been kind of choking a little bit. We've seen their coordination go from very good to very bad. I mean, that last fight, Janos was way away from the rest of the team, just fighting random people while the payload was rolling.
I think you can understand, like, he was actually being successful in, like, 1v2ing and winning, but at the same time, Onigod was wrecking the rest of his team with a Graviton Surge.
Well, that's the thing, is you need to be aware of the payload. You can't, even if you're winning, you gotta back up and stop that thing from moving.
Yeah, the overextension was definitely real.
Yeah. All right, well, here comes OVERWATCH Blue. Clever little engage using the Mei wall. They're going to get to the high ground very quickly and start to poke as the payload starts rolling, or floating. The payload starts floating. That doesn't sound as good.
Doesn't sound as good, though.
It doesn't sound as smooth. We're all about the smooth casting here, right?
The smooth casting.
Oh, yeah.
I like the smooth jazz.
Indeed.
Smooth jazz. I like jazz, but smooth jazz is truly awful.
You're like Epic Sax Man for 10 hours. We know.
No, I don't want Kenny G, I want Charlie Parker. There's a difference, though. Huge difference.
There is, yeah. I never thought I'd hear Kenny G reference an Overwatch class, but here we are. There's a lot of things that happened this week that I never thought would happen, but here we are. LW Blue trying to push as much as they can, but they are stalled out in the car wash.
It was a cute boost to start things off. Thought they would surprise them with a bit of a faster high ground take.
Yeah.
But nobody's fooled on Reunited. Unfixed has a Blizzard. They're going to feel super good about that. 5 seconds, then the overtime.
All right, No Name comes in. He drops a Blizzard, trying to make a difference. Winghaven frozen. Where's the follow-up, though? Morty does get killed off. A couple kills come in for OVERWATCH Blue. They might be able to keep this push going for the moment. Nice kill on Valutaya by Sabioldi. And it looks like the payload might keep moving, but no, good delay here, actually.
So that was a really good ult by No Name. What happened was they saw the ice block go down from the Mei, from Unfixed, and that meant that they could throw the Mei ult. And Unfixed actually switched off the Mei onto the Tracer.
All right, that's fine. They want to try to hold it, I guess. I mean, it is overtime. And that overtime bar is going to start to fade faster and faster. Valutaya gets 3 with the Deadeye. Nobody even saw it coming. Still going strong. And that is it. Reunited is going to stop them cold.
Wow. Okay, well, that was a bit of a surprising switch there right at the end, but Deadeye, another awesome tool if you have that high ground for moving people right off that payload. Had a choice to either die or move off when the overtime bar was going. So, strong push, but not quite strong enough.
Yeah. And so, very simple task in front of Reunited right now. All they need to do is take the first point on Watch Point Gibraltar, and they will. Gibraltar, they got to get the point on Gibraltar. But if they can do it, they can do just that, Monte Cristo, they can win the match.
3 minutes is a healthy amount of time.
Plenty of time, yeah.
To make it to that first point. LW Blue will be setting up here. Nothing too surprising. No Name back on Mei. Sabioldi back onto the Reaper. Nothing too unorthodox. They're falling pretty far back on the point already.
Okay. Reunited. And we've said it before. 4 tonight. They really need this win. It is do or die for them.
If they want to make bracket play, it would be a lot easier if they won today. It's not impossible for them to make it to the playoffs.
It would be very unlikely
Yes.
if they lose today that they would make it to the playoffs.
I mean, if they lose, yes, because the reason why is because they lost 0-3 to Runaway.
Yeah.
So they have not the best map score in the universe right now, which is the primary tiebreaker.
Right.
So losing 3-2 here would be better for them, but the 3-0 against Runaway when they got absolutely smashed by Hakusal's Genji increases their difficulty of getting out if they're 1-2 pretty substantially.
That's right. Okay, here we go. No Name coming in. Oh, gets the kill onto Cruz. Nice right clicks coming out of that Mei. And Reunited stalled out for the moment anyway.
Multi-solo.
Oh, so close.
Not gonna actually go down, but every second counts right now. About a minute on the clock used for Reunited already, and they're still struggling to get it through car wash.
Yeah.
Unfixed falls down.
He's going to push that payload a little bit farther, and he can essentially just throw up the wall to let him move the payload.
Yeah, has to be a little bit careful about that, though. He's trying to counter wall.
Oh, dear.
God, he got over the top.
Yeah, he bumped the Reaper up instead of walling him off. Meanwhile, Onigod gets 2. That's a good start. Unfixed. Oh, he had to reload. Couldn't actually get the kill on the Reaper. Meanwhile, Gambler does go down. Things looking okay for Reunited so far. There's a kill for Cruz. Winghaven grabs one as well. The payload keeps moving, and it does not have to move too much farther to have Reunited win this match. That's it.
Huge kills. Even though No Name has the Blizzard, he's not actually there to use it, Doa.
Yeah, I don't
Gotta
think
get there
he's
so
gonna get back in
fast.
time.
Gotta throw it now.
He does. He makes it back just in time right now. Nano boost onto Winghaven, but he gets pinned. Meanwhile, the kills coming in. Blizzard used by Reunited as well. They will push everybody off the payload. Luxrage Blue just trying to get anyone they can as close as they can. Nano boost onto Mako, trying to get what he can done on that Zarya. There's the Graviton Surge. Winghaven with 2 though. Sound barrier should keep Reunited up, and once they take out that Zarya and the Reinhardt, good pin to get away, and that's it. Reunited will take the match. It was close, but in the end,
close.
They were the stronger team.
Big mistake by Janus there at the end. They threw the Blizzard down, and they saw the Nano boost coming in on the Reinhardt from Winghaven. But what happened was he charged him out of the Blizzard radius, which meant that actually Winghaven got more time free swinging onto Janus.
That's right, yeah.
A bit lacking in coordination, but
well,
that may have cost him.
You know, I feel like, again, you know, we learned a lot about these two teams here. Luxrage Blue, they have the potential to be very good, but in these high-pressure situations today, they just couldn't cut it.
Yeah, they could not, but really impressive comeback material from Reunited, particularly on that Volskaya map.
Yeah.
Having the full hold on point A at 2-2 with 4.5 minutes, and then win a tiebreaker, a sudden death match on Nepal is impressive.
Yeah.
And tough for Luxury Watch Blue, but they're not out yet, though. They can still make it out of groups with a win over Runaway.
I mean, this was only their second match of the season, so they're just 1-1 right now. Not a huge deal, really. And I believe they've got their match against
Runaway.
Runaway, right?
Yeah,
Runaway.
Runaway.
That's right. So, see how they can do there.
Handshakes in the booth for the Reunited guys.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't the cleanest affair here and there, but when it really counted, especially I want to look at Onigod, and he certainly came through. There were a couple fights where he was getting like 3-4 kills. His Graviton Surges, there were a couple kind of off ones, but for the most part, they were good. They were what Reunited needed. And it seems like these guys are getting just a little bit better each time.
Well, realistically, because of how fast Onigod came into this roster, if you just think about it, LW Blue has probably had more time to practice together in the last 2 weeks during the Overwatch World Cup than Onigod has with his entire full team. Yeah, sure, he was in Korea, but 2 of them, Unfixed and Winghaven, were in Los Angeles.
That's a great point.
During that period. So
yeah, we
have to look at Reunited as still a team that is trying to gel with this new player. And Luxury Watch Blue did a great job here tonight. They came in and made it very close.
Yeah.
See some improvement there, and the Reunited fans are out in force tonight.
I mean, when you look forward towards the bracket stage, you need to see more improvement from Reunited. But like you said, with the amount of practice they've had, and it hasn't been a lot, they've done pretty good. Let's check out some highlights from that.
It was a long set of matches tonight, Noah, primarily due to how
Yeah.
many draws we had and then having to do the sudden death, even though both were only 4 maps long.
Wow.
That was a great Earth Shatter by Janus. Actually, saved that point by.
Oh, I didn't see that when we actually saw the match. Nice pin at the end. And that was a sneaky move by Volataya there. That was a good one.
Yeah, nearly got 2 actually.
Yeah, very close. Did enough damage anyway to take him out of the fight. Onigod, that was a great Graviton Surge. Great follow-up there. Volataya doing great on the Reaper and the McCree tonight. Can't believe we saw 3 sudden death matches on Nepal.
Yeah, Winghaven, huge Earth Shatter into charge.
Yeah.
Helped get that final push into Eichenwald. Probably the most decisive, definitely the most decisive map that we had, the 3-0.
Oh dear.
And this hold was so cool from Reunited. They took their chances, came down with 40 seconds left, pushed it into OT, and managed to finish it off. You know, we haven't talked a lot about it, but Saviolbi had a very good night as well. Really fun to watch the Tracer battles between him and Volataya.
Out of everybody on Luxury Watch Blue, Saviolbi certainly standing out, I think, more than his teammates for the most part. He is the carry and did a lot on that Genji.
On everything. I mean, his hero pool's been super good. Unfixed there with a crucial kill onto the Deadeye McCree, and then
Yeah, and it was good to see Unfix's Maybach as well. Oh, and then he got trapped on the
that
wall.
was so sad.
Yeah, nothing more painful to watch than a cybernetic ninja desperately trying to hop up a slippery ice wall.
He could use his little dagger that he melees with as an ice pick, you know.
You'd think so.
As like an ice axe to get up. He's clearly never been ice climbing on frozen waterfalls before, Noah.
Well, see, that was a weird moment because you could think he could also double jump his way out of there. So I don't know exactly what was happening there.
I prefer
That
my
was,
theory.
That was strange. That he should just what?
That he should use his melee dagger as an ice axe.
I'm sure he's got all sorts of little tricks packed away into that cybernetic body of his. He makes Deus Ex look like a toaster. And just like Deus Ex, he didn't ask for this.
Who is Deus Ex?
Obviously, he's a tiny armed guy who's a star of the Deus Ex series. I can't believe you even need to ask. I know you like